So in the last video, I teased a box. In this video, we're gonna figure out what was inside that box. I briefly explained it in the last video, but essentially this is a huge order from eBay that I purchased with my partner Airval. We are going to split whatever's in this order, whatever's in this box, and then attempt to resell it all on eBay. Something that I've done here quite a bit, and you guys can probably already guess what it might be, but it's a pretty big one, so I wanted to make it its own video here and show you guys what we got. It's pretty insane. Leave your guesses down below for the total count of things in this box as well as what we paid. I'll be revealing my portion in my next video, as well as I think Airval will be on his channel, so if you're not already subscribed to him, be sure to go ahead and do that down below. And with that said, let's jump right into opening up this box and see what we got. And so here's the box. This thing is so heavy. It's probably a good 30-40 pounds. Yeah, something like that. It's very heavy. Anyway, let's jump right into things here. I've already opened it up. You guys saw I did that last video, and sure enough, as you probably guessed, it's a massive box full of video games. Now, I told you guys to guess how many you think were in here. I'll give you a little hint. It's over 300. So, you know what? I don't want to make this video too long, but let's start pulling things out and taking a look. Well packed, of course, really strong box. Glad to see that. This came in all the way from, I believe, somewhere in the States, maybe southern states, maybe Arizona. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember exactly. First little pile of games here, though, and we've got some pretty good ones off the bat. How we're doing this is essentially we're going to be splitting these games up into our individual stores, and I'll sort of go through them here as I explain this, and you guys can take a look at the games that we got. But what we're going to be doing is, I think Airval actually already went ahead and he price charted all of these games, and so we're going to be going through the price charts essentially and looking at our sheets, cross-checking the games to our sheets, and then choosing which ones that we want to add to our stores, going back and forth with each other through all of these games. And then that's how we'll do it, just so we know that we're getting an even amount in terms of the sale price or the sale value on these. You know, you could do it sort of randomly, but I suppose doing it this way allows us to have a little bit more control and make sure that not one of us is going to make out like a bandit while the other one loses money. So that's sort of how we're going about doing that. We've got some bags right here. We'll open these in a second. These are all full of loose discs. I think all for the 360. This, I think, is an entirely a 360 lot, which is pretty insane. We paid, we got this for a really good price. It's like insane how little we paid for this on eBay. Are you guys seeing this? Oh, this is just like the first row. I think there's 2 or 3 of those in there. See, I mean, it was one of those deals where we just really couldn't pass it up. He brought me the deal and he was like, hey, do you want to split this? And I was kind of like, well, you know, I have quite a bit of inventory, but of course, I can't pass it at that price. So we went for it. It's a good, you know, lesson to always be keeping track of your eBay saved lists and keep looking through all your different search terms for your newly posted buy it nows. That was the case with this lot. And that's just sort of an example of how you can get some really good deals on these sort of things, is by keeping a look on those newly listed buy nows and of course the ending soon auctions. But I think we have the most luck on the buy it nows these days because the auctions are sort of so oversaturated with buyers and whatnot. It's very hard to get these kind of deals for sure on an auction. I mean, you can get some stuff. We've or I've at least personally purchased a ton of video game lots on auction, but overall, you're still going to get a better value, I think, on eBay if you're doing newly listed buy it nows and just buying it off of somebody who doesn't quite know what this stuff is worth. Anyway, so we're seeing some pretty decent titles through here. There are a lot of white titles, sports titles, but again, at the price we paid, that's not too important. You guys will also note that we listed on the channel here about 100, just over another 100 Xbox 360 games in the last week, and those have been selling very well, and a lot of them were white titles, sports titles, racing games, whatever that might be. So I've been happy to see that, and it definitely is encouraging because, you know, we can either choose to lot these up or list some of them or a combination, but we can make our money back on those. We're seeing some GTA 5s. Again, not super amazing games, but I think the average sale price on this is probably going to be somewhere between $7 and $8, which, again, for the price we paid is amazing. I'm sort of just going to keep pulling here. He's already gone ahead and price chart all of the in-box games. I'm going to go ahead and price chart the loose games tonight, and then I'm going to go and divvy up the lot with him tomorrow. I think we'll do it probably over a FaceTime call, and then I'll you know, have him drop by and pick up all this stuff. But yeah, here's a big lot of white titles. Again, lots of sports games in there. But again, I've been selling a lot of these sports games. Like, you'd be surprised how many of the NHLs, we're not seeing one here, but the NHL games, I've been selling some of the old NBA games, Major League Baseball, any sort of fighting games tend to sell well as any racing games, NASCAR games, those kind of things can usually fetch some decent money. I mean, decent money, we're talking like $4, $5, $6, but nevertheless, it's still better than getting nothing for them or bundling them up and getting $1 a piece. Another good stack here, we're seeing a Rocksmith at the top. That's probably going to be one of the more valuable games that we're going to see in this lot. Advanced Warfare, though, MW3, it's, you know, it's an $8 game all day long. We've got some good stuff in here. Elder Scrolls 5, I think that's only $5, $6. $6. Now, I actually just sold Wipeout 3 literally like on Wednesday or something, so that one should be a good one if we get it here. But again, I'm only taking half of these, so we'll have to see what we keep. But overall, I'm pretty excited. Madden 25, I've sold this one before many times. Yeah, I would go through all these individually with you. I mean, I wish I could pull up a price chart, but the reality is that there's just so many games here, it's just not going to be worth it, and it's not going to be very entertaining. I mean, we're going to be going through these forever. So here's another good stack. The Lego Batmans and Indiana Jones and stuff, I mean, they're not amazing games, but they do tend to sell consistently. I'm not sure about the combos here. They're not worth as much, actually. But if you get just the games on their own, they do tend to sell pretty well. So that's one to look out for. I mean, again, you're only looking at $5, $6 there, so we're really only talking about if you're selling video games at scale. But again, if you are, those are a couple of good titles. Just Dance 4, I just sold that one the other day. And by the other day, I mean this week. We've sold a whole bunch of them this week, probably 15, 20 Xbox 360 games at least over the past week. Look at this, got the Best Buy sticker literally printed on it. Not sure how that works, but anyway, World Tour is a decent game. I mean, a lot of these music ones, whether it be Guitar Hero, Rock Band, or Just Dance, can often fetch some pretty good money. But again, not necessarily something that you should be picking up for $5 at a Goodwill. I'm just saying if you can get them for $1 like this, they're going to do well. What I've noticed so far going through these is that there are not a lot of Halo games. I don't think I've even seen one yet, which is surprising. Usually these lots are filled with them. And again, they can bring in a good $7, $8. And Halo 3, Halo 4 are like some of my top selling games. They sell all the time. I mean, literally I have like 2 or 3 of them going out a week. I get them all the time. I sell them all the time. I'm not seeing them in here, which is fine. Borderlands 2. This one is interesting. And I only say it's interesting because it's got a full detailed case. And I've only noticed this in the last few times dealing with this game, but this is like full print. It's like 3D. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not on the camera. It's 3D. Like, this is all totally textured. It's totally worthless game. It's like $3 game, but I just always thought that was cool. I thought it should be worth more because of that. I don't know. Oblivion, that one might still be a valuable one. I can't remember my Elder Scrolls titles, but I think that might be one of them. Another nice little stack here. We've got some Kinect games. Sometimes those things can be worth good, especially if you get them new and sealed. I've been selling those new sealed for about $10 to $12. I don't know if it's that one exactly. No. Oh, no, it is this one. Season 2. It is worth a bit. So that one is one of the ones I've sold new sealed. Here's another stack here. I'm getting a little full on the desk, but trying to let you guys still see all these. Again, just another stack of the same stuff. Just a little bit more, guys. I promise we're almost done, but we do have to get through it all. Here we go. Dead Rising. What is Dead Rising? I just listed that one the other day, I think. I'm not sure if it's worth anything. I don't think it is. Titanfall, probably the worthless Xbox 360 game ever. Okay, here we go. The final stack. This is it. We've got, again, some pretty decent titles in here. Another Wipeout game. And yeah, just, you know, some overall decent stuff. So, I mean, that's sort of a look at it. It doesn't look like a whole lot here, but I believe there's about 150, 200 in-case games here. Probably something like that. The rest of them lie in here. So we're going to pop these guys open now, take a look at what's in these 3 bags, and see what we're going to get for the loose discs. Because in the pictures, you really couldn't see what loose discs were included. So I'm interested to know what they included, and if those will bring up the price a lot significantly, or if they'll just sort of be more of the same. Nevertheless, not a bad lot. Not a super amazing home run lot, but for the price that we got it, actually for the price you got it, you could probably call it a home run lot, but on most days this would just be, you know, a pretty average lot, but overall this is going to be some really good money. Okay, a lot of loose games here. The condition of these will be really important. I know Airval's got his JFJ problems going on. If you follow his channel, you'll know that his system has not been working. So it's going to suck if a lot of these are in bad shape. Maybe he'll end up just selling them off to me or something in the future if he doesn't get this refurbishing machine. I don't know, but hopefully these are in good shape for him, because I really hope that he's able to list these. It would suck otherwise, because I know he's got a whole bunch of games right now that are in really bad shape. They could use the refurb. So let's see. We'll kind of give a quick visual inspection here, but some of these, hopefully all of them, are in decent shape. This was all sold as untested as well. So, oh yeah, that one's not looking too good. Just needs a quick run through a JFJ. I mean, these are not horrible. Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, I've picked a couple random ones there. That one's totally listable. Let's see. That one needs some work. That one's beautiful. That one needs a little bit of work. That one's beautiful. That one just needs a wipe. That one needs some work. That one, okay, yeah. So these are not bad. These are definitely not bad. So that's good to know. A lot of these will just, in my case, go through a quick JFJ run, but most of these you could probably list. I'm not sure, again, what's in here, but if we just give a quick look, there's a Sonic game right there. Ooh. By the way, I'm getting fingerprints all over them. I should try not to do that, because for me, I can JFJ them, but I'm not sure if Airval wants to be taking off my fingerprints, so I'll be careful here. All right, we'll start with a smaller stack. I'm just going to sort of briefly go through them. I haven't seen that game, Pocket Bike Racer. I probably have seen it, but I just don't recognize it. I mean, yeah, there's just some Call of Duties in here. Overall, some pretty decent stuff. Is that a World War II? It's Advanced Warfare. I don't think they made World War II for the 360, did they? Yeah, just some decent stuff. More of the same for the most part. Some more stuff here. Some GTA 4 copies. Yep, so basically everything that we've already seen, again, in disc form. Okay, cool. So that's sort of all the same stuff in that first pile. All right, the next ones are out here. Let's take a look. Again, a couple sports games. What game is that? Viva Pinata. Okay, that's probably not worth anything. GTA 5, is that disc 2? Yeah, that's the play disc, so we might be able to get something for that. Usually you need both of them, though. A lot of the Xbox stuff actually does have install and play discs, so if you're not familiar, you need 2 of them to run the game, which is kind of frustrating. There is some Halos, there they all are, but yeah, it can be kind of frustrating to deal with them or to sell them because you just can't really get much for the single discs. So something to keep out for or look out for is know which games have 2 discs. You can usually see at the bottom disc 1 or disc 2. This just says game discs, so it's probably good. I don't even know what game this is. I think this is Halo or something. Interesting. We've got a Pure game there. I know these are kind of hard to see. I'm just sort of roughly going through them. Mass Effect, more COD, more Mass Effect, Connect Adventures, Dead Rising again. Yeah, again, most of what we've already seen. Last disc bag here, and Rock Band 2. That might be a valuable one. I'm trying to remember. Ultimate Alliance. Unfortunately, the prices fell on that one quite a bit. I think I just sold one of those for like $4 or $5. That used to be a $10 game. But just plenty more here. Some Lego games, some more Connect games, some more sports games. DJ Hero 2, I believe if you have, and there's a lot of discs like this, but if you include like the board or whatever, I think this has like the whole scratch table with it. If you include those things, obviously you can get a lot more money with the game, but that's more about getting the actual accessory than it is about getting the disc. The disc is easy to get, but the accessory is always a little bit harder. But if you can combine them, you can get some decent money. Lost Plant there, and oftentimes you can find those at Value Village, and while they might not be worth much on their own, they're definitely worth much paired with the disc. I'm trying to figure out what this is. This looks like a Fallout Disc 3 or something. I'm not sure, but that's the company that makes Fallout, so I think that's what that is. Another Assassin's Creed. We've got Project Gotham Racing, Skate 2, Skate 3 is a good one to look out for. That one's always worth some good money. I think Red Dead is as well. And Black Ops. Okay, so there's 3 actually pretty good price games there at the end. There's something else in here too, Diablo. I'm not sure if that's worth anything, but anyway, there we go. And guys, so that's kind of a final look at the haul, and just so you know, these are in addition to these, obviously. I was just thinking in case you thought those were in the cases, but just to prove it here, if we open up any random case, they all do have the discs in them. I haven't checked all of them, of course, but just assuming here, if I look through, yeah, they all do have their own discs. So this is a lot of games here. Just kind of going through at random here, making sure that they do. Yeah, looks like we're going to be all good. So, yeah, we got a lot of games here to deal with. Again, luckily half of them are going out of here because I don't know what I would do with all these. I do not have the energy to do another full week of Xbox 360 stuff. But we will get around to this stuff. I actually was expecting it to come a little bit later, but it's good that it came now. And I know it doesn't look like a whole lot right in here, but again, maybe it's just the way it's kind of messily set up. There is over 300 games, so I'm excited to get into this. I'm excited to split it out with Airval, and yeah, overall, some really good pickups. Okay, now actually, that is a much more intimidating look at the lot. I mean, that is all the games laid out in stacks, and that's a lot. Like, you can just see, there's my hand. It goes up pretty high. So that's all the games that we got, though, and then all the loose ones down there. There's probably about 100 loose ones, but yeah, that's a good look at the lot. Wow. Okay, guys, so there we have it. I am going to wrap up today's video there, but that was just a quick look into the lot and the kind of work that we're going to be doing over the next few weeks here, trying to get all of that stuff listed on eBay. Overall, I'm pretty excited. I have been moving through the stuff that I got in the last couple subscriber hauls pretty smoothly and quickly, so that's good to hear. And also, we've only got maybe 2 boxes left of actual video game stuff there, so we should be able to move through that stuff in the next maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then this will sort of hold me over for the rest of the month. With that said, though, overall, sales have been increasing in the video game store. We're able to fund more lots like this, and overall, we're just seeing some really great growth in general, so I'm happy to see all that, and as long as it keeps going like that, we can keep buying these kind of lots and making some decent money on them. I'm also excited to announce a few things. I have another lot, it's even bigger, and it's coming in, and it's not video games, so you'll have to wait and see that, but it's going to be a huge thing that's coming in here probably in the next couple weeks, and I can't wait to make a video about that. So if you're excited for that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. In addition to that, though, I also want to announce that I have a brand new podcast that I'm doing with Airval, and it will be linked down below if you want to go ahead and check it out. We've been doing, I think we've done 1 episode so far, but we're going to be doing them weekly. So be sure to go down there, check it out. It's on stereo. I believe you can follow us on there maybe, or maybe you just have to tune in. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I'm still new to the program. But yeah, overall, it should be really fun, and you guys can even send in live audio messages with your questions. We can answer them on the air. It's just a really cool environment and a really cool thing that's going on. So if you want to follow us on there, or at least check it out, be sure to hit the link down below. And with that, I'm going to end today's video there. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed and found some value in it. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. Leave your comments down below, your feedback on the lot. What did you think about it? Was it a total waste of money? Do you think this stuff will sell? And how much you think we bought it for, and how many items you think there are? I think I'll reveal my half of it at least in the next video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys all in the next video.